The Sickerest podcast.
Clap fucked me up last time. That's what it was. I started talking, he clapped again.
He clapped 9 times that.
Shit, fuck it. It's another episode of the Sickerest podcast with the hooligans, the demons. It's T, aka Yuzzo.
It's your boy Mayor, aka Mayor.
It's your boy Luke, aka Luke.
It's your boy Prime, aka Time.
I knew this fucker was gonna do that.
Nah, we ain't doing that this episode.
Dude.
That shit was already done.
Right.
AKA Time.
AKA
So your name, not Prime Time, it's just Prime or Time.
Time.
Do you know what aka stand for?
Also known as. So
Damn, he tried to do him like Beetlejuice.
Spell red.
L-E-T.
Spell aka.
He said, spell BMW. BMW?
It's funny, bro.
No word.
He said, what's a BMW car? He said, spell BMW. He said, D-E-A.
That shit's nuts.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So what we talking about today, fellas, man? What we gonna go into today?
Nah, give him the shot chance to introduce the pod. Y'all be talking shit. But yeah, y'all let them know what's going on.
Oh, today we talking about motivation, I mean.
Talking about a bunch of shit, bro.
Yeah.
Before we get into all that, we got some merch. Should be available as we speak. So make sure y'all go cop that. Hoodies, sweats, hats, shirts, everything. Y'all want something else? Let us know. We got it. Any color, any size, don't matter. Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Like the nail salon. Oh yeah, and we got a new plug, new K-Rob went away. Shout out LME. Or depending when this come out, it might already be out, but stay tuned for my guy K-Rizzle. K-Rob.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all check that out.
Check out LME, the gang, all them boys. They got shit coming out. They remastered some shit. Got mad shit.
No LME here.
You know, I got the inside scoop. I'm cool with one of the A&Rs and shit, so.
Yeah.
Let Whisper Man rock.
Down, Whisper, man.
Go ahead,
That's
bro.
muscle shirt.
So I gotta give a shout out to Wondo. That song coming real soon for you.
Yeah.
That song coming soon.
Oh yeah, that'll be out by the time
He
this
was on
straight
his-
drop.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that shit hard.
He was on his first project, right? That was his first project with Buddha Stacks. Know what I mean? What was the name of the shit?
It's
I
called
forgot.
Dark Tales.
Cartels.
Dark Tales.
Dark Tales, yeah.
Dark Tales.
He said cartels.
Cartels?
I didn't know what they was talking about.
Yeah.
Cartels would
Dark
be
Tales.
crazy.
That
But yeah,
shit do sound hard.
That
shit
shit do.
crazy.
Cartels is
yeah, SM Mondo had that shit on there called Jealousy. That shit was crazy. So
Crazy, man.
definitely
Yeah,
go
man.
check it out. Download that shit.
Yeah.
If y'all know who Wondo is, tap into the first ever Sickerest Cypher. Y'all gonna see who bro is.
And if y'all ain't see the Sickerest Cypher, go watch that shit.
hell yeah, because we trying to get another one going real soon.
We about to intro the next one though, so y'all be ready.
Yeah,
Y'all
straight bars.
just let us know who y'all want to rap after. Going first, we kicking shit off this time.
Put some people in the comments, know what I mean, who got the town that y'all want to see us with.
It better be some real fucking rappers. If they coming after us, they need some bars.
Yeah, if they not rapping for real, shit not gonna get aired. I ain't gonna hold you.
Right. If
Oh,
they not
shit.
rapping for real, they gonna look bad coming after
Let them know,
I don't
fuckers.
know. Shit.
Yeah, man,
Yeah, shit.
y'all done put all that money into your rap career. We going off the dome with some fly shit.
Right.
Uh-huh.
us. Don't.
Y'all supposed to motivate these young cats coming out. But y'all can't motivate nobody if y'all trash, know what I mean?
True.
'Cause
You can't.
For real. you can't, bro.
I see
right.
it. I see the pipe back.
Kelly Rowland motivation.
Right.
T.I. motivation.
Motivation.
ATL, T.I.
Yeah, niggas don't know.
I don't know.
But we'll get y'all motivated. We'll get y'all going in like, y'all everyday life. What drive y'all to be as great as y'all are now?
I say expectations. You know, trying to live up to the expectations that's like set for you and stuff like that. Because, you know, people look at you, when they look at you in a certain light, look at you in a certain way. And it's like, you know, all right, y'all can be that great, be greater than what y'all can be. Like, it just motivates you to just be great. But if you just want to be like, man, I do want to impress you. Like, I do want to show you, and help you show yourself as well. Like, damn, I can do this shit. That's why expectations, in my opinion.
I definitely agree with you on that. That was a great explanation. 100%, I do. But I agree with that. But sometimes I can feel that's added pressure as well too. It can be used as motivation, but other times it could be,
That's
pressure.
what I'm saying.
You got the
Yeah,
world on your shoulders. You know what I mean?
that's
You
what I'm
got
saying. Like that's
people looking up to you,
right.
and that's motivating as well. But
Yeah,
sometimes motivation can be, seen as different to other people. Some people might see it as motivation. Other people might see it as anxiety.
true.
Some people can't handle that. You know what I mean? Some people and I'm getting too deep with
Got the
it,
one
but
eight hundred
Nah,
hotline
you
number.
speaking. Speaking though, that's facts.
yeah, but
That's facts.
for me, I agree with you 100%. But I can see how some people would take all them expectations as if they don't accomplish it, they could be depressed,
No,
or
yeah, it's like it could be like
it
added
depends on
pressure.
the person. But
Right.
if you need help, it's definitely numbers you can call and shit like that on a serious note. But what y'all boys thinking about motivation?
My family is my motivation because I believe in
Me,
generational poverty and
I motivate you.
yes, sir, you do every day. Uh, but yeah, I believe in like generational poverty, and I believe in someone's got to break the cycle, and I believe in getting my family to a better place, the ones here now and the ones still to come. So that's what motivates me every day to do what I gotta do.
That's a fact.
You gonna get them in heaven to a better place.
No, a
That
better place in life, financially and mentally and physically.
no, I'm fucking around. My motivation would probably be shit. I just had this shit in my mind. Oh, it's like my damn, I can't think of that shit. I'm feeling like crying.
T ain't motivated.
Yeah, that's what it
T
sounded
don't
like.
do shit.
He just show up to this.
Right. I damn near know I'm gonna end up on some hot shit. Like fuck it. I can't think of that shit. Yeah, y'all go ahead.
It's
Y'all
all good, but
let it
crying
rock up.
after you had a baby that become more and more more
Yeah, of
motivated.
course, that's like a motivation factor because
Yeah,
like you got a whole life to care. It's just not like you gotta worry about like, all right, it's me. I got it's just me. Now it's like being a life to put ahead of yours. So now you gotta work extra hard. Sure, it's like it's good too on top of sure that you good. Sure, stuff.
No, I got it. I got it. We back. I couldn't think of that shit. You know when minds be going, this shit harder doing the pod, but I'm motivated by just better days, knowing something better is gonna happen. Like at this time. That's why I couldn't think of that shit. Cause when shit get low, it'd be like,
so
this shit just
you
suck.
optimistic.
Yeah. I'm motivated by, if shit even is bad or shit get, rock bottom, knowing that eventually shit'll get better if I do what I gotta do. Cause that's the honest part behind motivation. You could be motivated all you want if you don't put that time and effort in to get to where you're trying to go. It ain't gonna happen. Perfect.
To be
Right.
honest,
Rain don't last forever.
that's a great outlook. It's like as far as like better days ahead.
Yeah.
Because when you think like that, it's just like so much less stress. It's like like all right, this is the bottom. There's only one way to go up. I just hit the bottom.
Yeah.
So I only can go from here. And it's like when you like go through something like that, you learn different lessons and learn different loops. And like motivate you, like damn, all right, it's happening. Oh shit, all right, I know what happens if I do this.
Right.
Now I gotta do it like this. Now you motivated because like now you know. Now you got like something you discover something new. Like so, shit is like.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. What if you just stuck down
I mean, you don't know.
I'm just fucking.
You don't know.
I thought about this shit.
Nah, yeah.
What you sound like? It sound like you.
Somebody out there definitely got that mindset.
Right.
So,
It's faith.
yeah.
You're talking about
That's
more.
a mind. That's a bad mindset to have.
There we go, Mary. I'm glad you put it that way. It's just
Yeah.
having faith
Yeah.
So
in myself, and
as long as you
like y'all believe in the law of attraction.
yeah,
Like if y'all do good, good is gonna
good
come
energy
back.
come back to you. Right.
I believe.
I view that as like getting shit done for me. I feel like if I put the work in, like some
Right.
good will come back.
Yeah, I
Like-
think that's a great mindset
Yeah.
to have.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I believe that's. Nah, I really don't believe that.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to think, but do I think it really applies in reality?
Yeah, it definitely do.
Because I think it don't. I
definitely
think it's
do.
people that do good things every day and get shitted on for their whole life.
I mean, well, yeah, you talking
You're talking about
people.
motivation, like
Yeah.
things to motivate you, to, like do good, like lying on, like, all right, this is the bottom, like, all right, cool, something good gotta happen, something
It
good is
don't
gonna
though.
happen.
Damn,
But you know what you gotta do the work. But you know you gotta do the work towards it. Though. You gotta make it happen. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta work towards it. That's what I'm saying. That's the motivation
Yeah,
factor in it.
yeah. That's
Now
we
just
talking about fate. We kind of
you talking about what we talking about before. Now we're talking about something different. We
kind of talking about believing that something is good to happen. It's bound to happen.
basically what we're saying is we don't believe that if you do good, good must happen to you.
It's no guarantee.
It's like karma.
guarantee,
We
man.
talking about karma.
It's a mindset.
I mean, it's a good mindset to have. I think better off
So don't
thinking
rain
like
on my
that.
shit.
It's a great
No, I
mindset.
think it's great.
Both
You gotta
y'all.
let me finish. I think it's better to have that mindset than not to have that mindset. But I think you have to also know. I think you have to also know that it's not that black and white.
No, yeah,
Because
of
it's
course.
people, like I said,
That's
it's
common
people
sense.
that do good things every day and get shitted on.
No, I don't think it's common sense. I just met a few people that that solely like believe in karma, but you got to know like it's a cutthroat. It's cutthroat out here. You know what I mean? Sometimes shit, the good thing to do is not always the best thing to do. Sometimes you got to tell people no. Sometimes people want money. Shit, I can't do it right now.
And another thing I think is
you shitted on me before, so I'm not gonna do it again. It's okay to say no to people. People don't know
Oh,
that,
no, yeah, of
and they
course.
think that's bad karma. I met somebody like that, and I just think that's a
What's
crazy
your name?
mindset.
Right. You
Why
got
does that make you feel like
is it a female though, bro?
right.
Yeah. Look at his face. Of course it is.
Got his ass.
Yeah. It's not another other side of that is it's not one thing too though. I feel like that's what a lot of people get confused in. They think, oh, if I'm just on bullshit all the time, if I get this man, homeless man, $2 just because he asked for it, that you deserve the world back. You know what I mean? I feel like because I try to pride myself on just doing good things every day. Like when I wake up, put good energy in the world. I try to, help in the most ways I can, taking the best advantage of that. And then I feel like some good shit happen. Now, granted, if I wake up every day like an asshole, just be mean to motherfuckers, then say, oh, just because I let the old lady skip me in the line that I deserve some shit, then you wrong as hell. And some people definitely have that mindset. So they think just because
some people.
they do anything, they just deserve the world.
Well,
Yeah,
that's like an actual psychological study. I forget what it's called right now off the top of my head, but it's about people's social like they morality like score.
Yeah.
Like people keep a score on their morality. So like if they did a good thing once today, they'd less likely to give that homeless man $1. To whereas if they didn't do their good deed or what they deem a good deed for the day, they more likely to give that homeless man $1.
It might be guilt that you do something.
That's just like human, like we keep score in our own heads. There's a whole study about that.
I can see
You're
that.
totally right. I learned about that shit in social psychology.
Yeah, it's a whole study
I forgot
about
that
Oh,
shit.
It's
you
a
don't
whole
got no deeper dives since you knew the ins and outs of it, or you got that
About that, nah, I forgot that shit. I got a B plus.
Yeah, I read on it. I could
shit?
tell
I
you.
know
Like,
you got the grade.
I read on it. That's just the gist of it. We don't got to get no deeper. It gets complicated and shit like that. But basically, it's
every
like
study got certain confounds and shit. So
but basically, it's like if somebody gave a homeless man $1 once today, the second homeless man probably not gonna get $1. You know what I mean? Because they already got their tally for the day.
Right.
Whereas if they skip the first person, they might give it to the second person. You know what I mean? Like that.
I know y'all both agreed on expectations being like a big motivation. What weighs more, y'all own expectations or other people's expectations? Or if it hasn't always been that way, when did it change? Say like when you started realizing.
Probably say growing up, it was probably more
Other
people's expectation because until you form into a person, until you get your own thoughts, until you really see the world. You know what I mean? Once you get out there and experience shit, failures for yourself, shit like that, people could tell you everything, but it's on you to act. So I think when I was younger, it's probably positive expectation placed on me by parents, grandparents, but as I got older, it was my own expectations. I mean, that's personally for me. So about an age, I'll probably say about I don't know, probably like fifth, sixth grade. I got my own, set my own expectations, and I never look back.
Yeah.
I mean, about you, boy?
I'd agree. Like it was the same way with you. Like when you're younger, you get told by your parents like set the expectations for you, and it's just like these high standards and stuff like that. They have these high standards for you. You meet them, you meet them, and then like as you growing up, you so used to these expectations. It's like now you install like, all right, I know I can. So now it's like you set your own expectations. Like, all right, I know if I can do that. I know I'm bound to do
Right.
and stuff like that. And you start thinking more for yourself. Like I'm saying, like as you go through different obstacles in life, as you learn other stuff like that. It also like it builds you, motivates you more. Like man, exceed these expectations. I'm just gaining more knowledge. Like you said about fifth, sixth grade. That's when I started realizing too. Like man, I know what I can do. I know how to do it. I know to do to get there, and that's just the motivation.
Yeah. I'm with that. So I definitely agree that in your younger days, you just live into what everybody wants you to be. Even something simple as you turn 6. The first thing a father or even a mother might want, depending on the situation, put their kid in the sports. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then they expect, the first thing is, even when you a kid, so you gonna be our ticket out, or you gonna get us here, there, or you just gonna be even good in general. Like who knows what kind of person,
Right.
player you gonna be? Where everybody just expects something great to happen at all times, and not feel like after a while you get a realization of life, like y'all said, to where it's like even the simplest shit might not be what it is. So just say fuck it and just keep pushing, do what you
Right.
got to do. Because that was a big thing for me. Like something simple as the question in middle school or even in general in those younger days is what you want to be when you get older. And after a while, I'm like, fuck it, I don't.
Yeah, I
I don't want to think that far. Like,
still don't
I'm
know.
in fifth grade, bro.
Right.
Yeah, like I don't know what the fuck. I want to be a wrestler. I want to some shit. I could be whatever the fuck I want to see on TV. That was like something to me where it helped build character, I guess. Because it was like I'm gonna just make it whatever I want to be. I'm gonna do what I have to do. And when that time comes, then yeah, I'll strive to be that. That's just something for me.
I definitely feel you. I had this quote that I read and shit, and it's kind of come to this topic. It say, "Am I the mere sum of all my actions, or am I judged based on my intentions?" So, what do you think? Intentions or actions? You really can't judge your
Yeah.
individual's intentions.
I don't think it's. I don't. I think it's. I think it's not. Obviously, like I always say, everything's not black and white. I think it's a combination of both because no matter how good your intentions are, towards me, if everything, if the sum of everything is overall bad and it's overall always like that, you know what I mean? At some point, I'm gonna have to do what's best for me
Exactly.
and work that situation out. Even if your intentions are the best, you know what I mean? If it keeps working out badly for me, I have to do what's best for me. But if I think if sometimes it's bad, but your intention is always good, and sometimes it's good, you know what I mean? But then it's a lot more towards intentions, but that's hard to judge because, like you said, you don't know a person's true intentions. You never will. But I think it's a little bit of both because I think even if your intentions are the best, and I know that, but everything turns out bad, like I said, I got to do what's good for me, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely a balance because it's like yeah, like you said, your intentions could be good. Like you got like the best intentions ever, but it's like the actions, like you keep adding, like actions keep adding up. People say your actions speak louder than words. You can say anything. You can tell me anything. Tell me what your intentions are, but like your actions is what you like. I'm seeing that's what you do, stuff like that. But it get deeper too. Like I don't know. It's
I
just like
probably,
man,
I probably, me personally, I agree with both of you. But if I had to choose, I'd probably lean more to actions. I think people are judged by mainly by their actions. I think you said actions speak volumes. I mean, they say believe half you see and nothing you heard. So I'm leaning towards action on this
Yeah.
one.
And there's nobody else knows, like you said, your
Yeah,
intention.
can't tell.
So the only thing people have to rely on is what you show them. It's like it's like with anybody. I love you. I want this, that, and the third. But if your intentions is bad, obviously to them it seems like you got the best intentions and you want the best for them, but you can have some sleazy, some second agenda, as far as your intentions to what you want to get from that situation.
Exactly.
And that'll be the realization point of it. Like sometimes it'd be too late for some shit. Like you could do X amount of things for somebody because you think they're such a good person. And then come to find out once y'all fall out or some shit, then you realize that their intentions was bad.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I thought they was realer than what it was. And then that's when shit gets hectic. That's when shit gets cloudy in my opinion. It's like, you always want to leave with a good heart at least. To not even think that somebody trying to fuck you over at all times. You don't know until that moment comes till you got to think about it. It's like, oh, they really was trying to get over, or whatever the case may be.
I'm with Mir. I think like in practice, it's action all the time,
Sure.
because we just don't know people's intention, and as people, especially people, from a background we come from, we learn to judge people by how they treat us. You know what I mean? We learn quickly to see that before it becomes a problem. You know what I mean? Uh, but I think I was talking about in theory, like in a perfect world, it would be a little bit both. But in my everyday life, I don't even care to think about how people intend to treat me at all.
Right. Don't
Like
even.
like I said, I got to do what's best for me at the end of the day. That's what I truly do.
Definitely.
In every situation, I do what's best for me and the people I love. So if it's not working out for me, then that's the end of the story. I don't care if you meant for it to work out for me. If 5 times in a row it ain't work out for me, you know what I mean?
Hell
I'm
yeah.
not separating myself.
Exactly. That's just bottom line.
That's another good point too, though. Like, what's some things? Because I'm sure we all getting older. You got to realize and take responsibility and a bunch of other shit. So what's something for y'all to where it's like, what was that point for y'all to where it's like, all right, I'm not gonna just try to, because once you do some certain shit, people ask for a lot. Then you're gonna give it to them depending on who the person is to you. Then after a certain point, it's like I have to do what's best for
So
me.
what's the threshold?
Yeah.
Like you said, it varies on the person and varies on the situation at hand.
Right.
I mean, how many times it happened? If it's something small and it happened repeatedly, I think it has so many variables in that situation that it's hard to tell. But I think the more you love a person, shit, you gonna let it get away. Unfortunately, that's how I feel.
I feel very similar. I think it's very situational, but I guess my overall answer would be if I got it, then I'm most likely going to give it.
Right.
Just because I know I can get it back. And if they asking for me and they asking it from me, I just like to think that they can't. That's just what helps me deal
Process
with it.
it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's obviously not true, but that's what just helps me deal with it. So in most cases, if I have it to give, I'll give it without too many questions asked.
Right.
It's just easier that way.
Yeah. I was just saying.
For loved ones, not talking about
Random.
But
Thank you, boss.
I feel the same way, but like
Same time.
Agree, because it's like that both said everything to it. So it's like sometimes ask, is it for, or how much they asking, or who person, like who asking for it. If you got it, it's like, all right, I got it, so I'm just give it to you. I'm gonna get it back. I ain't sweating it. It's your family, but it's like I got what we both said it. So I agree.
Hell yeah. Oh, I got something funny for y'all. What's some shit that, because I know I get tired of people asking me shit, even if it's a family. Like, don't wake me up at 7 in the morning and ask me if I got $10. Don't, like, what's some shit that pisses y'all off when people ask for?
Back in the day when I was a little bit younger, waking me up early as hell to cut the grass.
Yeah.
And I got a big ass yard. So my grass crazy. You waking me up like at 8. Know what I mean, to cut the grass, or I hear the lawnmower going. Know what I mean, you think I'm gonna just get out my bed and go cut the grass? Nah, G. No, but now I actually love cutting the grass. I put my AirPods in. I listen to some local Buffalo rapper. I listen to who shit did I listen to? I listen to LME shit and And Jeff shit. I listen to Jeff shit, cutting the grass.
My boy Narlo.
Yeah. Andre, cut the grass now. But back in the day, bro, don't ask me to cut the grass.
Yeah.
Or even on Sunday mornings. I mean, when you hear the gospel or the Fantasia,
yeah, some cleaning.
You got to clean. Man, I don't want to hear that shit.
The only thing that really bothered me is when people make me inconvenience myself, just for the sake of their benefit. Like say you want me to come give you a ride, but you live you 40 minutes out and you live 20 minutes the other way from my house, so it's gonna be hour plus drive for me.
Yeah.
But you with somebody that drive, you know what I mean? And you just want me to come all the way out there because you know I'd do it if you ask.
Yeah, then
type shit.
That's when it's a problem for me.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's situations like that, and like
that happened too many times.
Too many times.
I know exactly what you mean.
And that's the only situation I could give without
spilling
people.
shit.
Yeah, people being hurt. But you know what I'm talking about. Just when I have to inconvenience myself to help you, and then come to find out that I ain't even have to do all that.
Mm-hmm.
It was the easier way to go about it, but you just, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like, okay, so what are we doing this for? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you keep asking, because you know what type of person I am. Like I said, if I have it, I'm gonna give it. So you asking because you know I'm gonna give it to you, but it's like you don't really need it. You know what I mean? If you don't need what you asking me for,
don't ask.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Especially in the waking up thing. It's like me. Don't wake me up. If you wake me up, it really better be important. Now, if you wake me up, I'm not gonna be upset if it's important.
Right.
I'm gonna come do what I gotta do. But if you wake me up talking about, can you got $20? Nah, it's an instant. It's an instant no.
I'm laying right back down. I don't care what you ask. Let me rock, bro.
Like, come on, bro. Ain't no way.
What about you, P?
Start my sleep. I already don't like waking up. I'm not.
Got anything else that piss you off?
You gonna disagree with us the whole podcast?
That was great.
Get out of here. Shit. I hate people like keep asking me for shit after I say I'm a.
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
You
like,
do be late though.
But no. If I say
Prime used to tell me I'm mad.
Bro, but like I hate people like keep asking me for like, especially when you know I'm like, stop, like don't do that, or like when you're asking something, I do it, and he's like, why you do it this way? Could have just did it this way. Like,
that's big.
That's a good one right there.
Just ask me to do something. Like it's done the right way, right? It got done right.
So you should have done it yourself.
Exactly.
Or when people don't put a number on it, but then get mad at the number you give them.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, can I hold a couple bucks? You give them a couple bucks. They like, damn, only $5. Motherfucker, you said a couple dollars. What the fuck you want from me?
Yeah. That happened with the soap shit. Remember?
Let them know.
Oh shit. So we going on this camping trip and shit. They called me, asked me for some shit, so I went to Dollar Tree and I'm about to walk in the store. It's this homeless dude outside. He's like, "Hey, brother, we got $1." Like, nah, I had a 20 on me, but I wasn't getting 20. It's a lot.
Yeah, you don't got the buck.
Yeah, I got the buck. You asked for a buck. I got it. And he's like, "Oh, can you buy me some soap?" I'm like, "Yeah, hell yeah." Like, I ain't never had nobody, almost ask me for something that they need or that they should have or essential. And so I'm like, yeah. I'm like, he like, how many you gonna buy me? And I'm like, all right, now you pushing it, boy.
All right, brother.
All right, I'll probably get you shit 2 on the 2 or some shit.
That's a good number.
I'm about to get you the stat.
3,
yeah. Super pack.
You asked me for a buck.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you a buck.
That's your budget.
Yeah. Then I come out the store. I bought like two things of soap. He wasn't there. You know what I mean? And they ain't end up having the shit that I went to the store to get. So I just bought 2 things of soap. Just had that shit. That shit was in my car for a minute. Just out here looking for these people.
To give him some soap?
Yeah, just had that soap out the soap bar.
You need some soap, bro?
Yeah. Soap walk down.
Got the soap walk down.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, just I guess I'll answer. I just figured out some different shit besides your answers. I hate when people like prioritize the shit they ask me for. Like so much, bro. Like
They
even
be
if you,
they be asking you for a lot of shit. I see.
nah,
Got a list.
nah.
Crazy.
It be the same shit. It just be the principle.
Yo, T, can you do this? Can you do this?
Nah,
Hey,
it just
T, I
be the
need this
principle,
and I
bro.
need
Like,
that.
somebody can ask me some
T
shit
got
once,
money.
now I get pissed off. It's like, all right, I ain't gonna say it happened often. I just be like, if you
That's
ask
even
me,
worse.
Right.
no, Eric, I don't give a fuck, dog. If you ask me for some shit, you gotta reach your limit of asking shit.
Yeah,
Then
you
I'll be
got a
like, all
quota.
right, fuck it, yeah. Like, you need $5 every time. And then my thing is, if you need $5, that's cool, but don't act like this $5 is about to take you. Like, if you need $5 and you not about to do nothing, you don't need it that bad. You're not about to do shit.
Yeah.
Don't. If we sitting here, don't ask me for my $5 five times, and you not about to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they wild.
Like, yeah, don't prioritize no shit. If it's not urgent.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get
I
at.
agree with you 100%.
I like.
Yeah.
What you about to
So
say?
I was gonna say I agree 100%, especially when they start prioritizing the shit they ask you for over your shit.
Oh,
Like,
yo.
like you tell them, they be like, "Oh, can I get this?" Blah blah. You be like, "Yeah, I'll be around later." And you be like, "What time?" Because I gotta go here.
Right.
Well, motherfucker, I gotta do some shit too. You just asked me for some shit. I'll be there when I get
Yeah.
You at my leisure.
there. Right? Like, come on, man. I'm doing you a favor.
Right. And my thing is, shit. At least specify what time you need me around. Like, yo, you gonna be free around 5?
Oh, yeah.
Just knock it all out. First question.
Please.
Don't have me say yeah and then make it seem like I said yeah to everything. Like, I didn't know the basis of it. I didn't know.
Right.
They give you specific time frame or
100%.
nothing.
Don't get me wrong, I do some shit for you, but if I'm not available, I ain't fucking
Right.
available.
Right. I'm gonna do some shit for you at my convenience. Like, I'm not gonna inconvenience myself to
Right.
help you.
That's
That
exactly
comes back
what
to doing what's best for me.
asking for your convenience. Like,
Yeah. Like,
Your time.
You're my time.
I don't work for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't work for you.
Yeah, I hate when people ask me for money. Not if they seriously need it, but somebody ask me to borrow money and take their time giving me my money
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, like don't specify the borrow.
Don't ask me to borrow money, then take your time. Yo, like I had somebody, they asked me for money. They went on a trip. Yeah, I'm like, nah, you're not.
You was just counting your dollars the whole trip, like
Yeah, bro. How you going on a trip and you owe me money?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're not going to park. You're not buying the bottles. You owe money. I mean, I'm pulling right up on you. But I had somebody do that. Just living good.
Right.
And you owe me money? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't even borrow money.
But it's my pet peeve too. Like, if you ask for money, don't tell me you're gonna give me back. Because I'm not expecting the money back, but if you tell me you give me the money back, now I expect the money back.
If you say borrow, can I borrow? You know, $100 change.
Exactly. But not
I'm a want.
I'm a want.
Yeah.
Especially if you say
It's a threshold too. Like once it hit like 50.
Yeah, it's a little.
Nah, man. If you ask to borrow like 50 and you don't give me my 50, not even 50. If you ask me to borrow 20 and you don't give me my 20 back,
I need it as soon as you got it.
Now if it's a 5, 10, I mean, that ain't nothing. I'll take that. 20, you asked me for a dub twice. I'm not giving it to you the second time.
My favorite kind of exchange is like, yo, can you give me a dub or I'll give it back to you Friday when I get paid. I like the people that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then by Friday, I'm expecting some shit. No, they send it Friday at midnight. People that's going to specify, you know, that when they going to give me my money back, so I know they mean.
Exactly.
No, you know, don't leave it out in the open like, yo, can you give me this so I give it back.
Yeah, you know, let me get a few hundred after get paid on Thursday.
Yeah.
I can.
That's why I don't even borrow money.
Let me know I'm solid on my end too.
Cause I'm the worst person with that shit. I'm hitting you up for my money. You ain't gonna like me.
I don't borrow money. Now, if you need money, I'll give you money. You know what I mean? But I'm not a borrow. Like, if you ask me to borrow money, nah, I'm good. I'm good. That causes too many problems, bro. Especially, you know what I mean? Now, family and shit, that's different. But other than that, I don't borrow money. If you really need it like that, then just take it.
Most of the time, I just give it. If it's a borrow situation, nah, but I'm not. You wild.
Yeah, you gotta have my shit. That's why I don't borrow money.
Yeah, I try not to make myself as available with shit like that. At least to everybody. Like, if you my people for real, then you already know.
If you my people for real, you ask me.
But even if I don't even want no person, I ain't that tight. You ask me shit. It's like you could have. The thing I be mad at, it's like, yo, I know you had so many other people you could have asked to do this shit.
So many other
bro.
people.
And you be surprised who would ask you too.
You gonna ask me for what the fuck ever. Like, you got a whole family, bro.
Yo,
Should be crazy.
Like, yo, I know it was a whole line of people you could have went
Asking
through,
for-
walked past. Yeah.
And,
Or
and,
asking
and in my mind, I'm thinking, you went through all them people and they said no.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking even worse. Like, why did you ask me? Because I'm an overthinking ass motherfucker. So I'm like, why you ask me? Means you must have got told no at least 10 other times because I don't even know you like that.
Yeah, like you desperate now.
So why they telling you no different than I should tell you yes?
right, it's the reason.
You know what I mean? Why you got to get your money from me? Or do you think you asking me because you think you gonna be able to do what you talking about and just take your time paying me? Because that's not the case. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people will ask a certain person because they think they could, get over on that person or whatever. That's why I don't even go into that shit.
I had a few bad situations.
What about
Had to knock a nigga out for your chicken.
had to you see him?
I get my money. I don't like violence. You know what I mean? I get mine.
You know, when Don Muir hit the phone, you say it's Friday, he drew up Thursday afternoon.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we good for tomorrow, right?
And Thursday.
Yeah.
I know I just called you. Listen, I'm gonna need my shit by 8 a.m. Friday.
Yeah.
Call him first and text him. Like, yo,
First thing
you
in the
say
morning.
you get paid at midnight, right? It's 11:30.
And then at 12:01, hey yo, bro, my cash app.
Yeah, I did ass,
Send
bro.
that shit.
I'm anal about shit, time and money. Like if I buy something from a business, you know what I mean? Local business, I want my shit then.
Oh yeah, pop your shit, bro.
Hell
Like
yeah.
I want my shit when I order it, when it's supposed to be. We
Right.
cool. That don't mean you take 2 months on my shit. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm going for real shit. Some real shit right now.
Oh,
Fuck they talking
I
about.
try to-
He said, get his shit done.
Yeah,
You hear me?
I'm trying to support. Like
Yeah,
it's just crazy. Why I got to chase you to get you money?
real shit.
That's what it looked like. I'm chasing you to get money to give you money.
Right.
I'm
That's
trying to
exactly
support you.
what it is.
You know, I want to see everybody eat. You know? A few dollars ain't gonna hurt me.
Oh yeah, so
I'm trying to feed you.
that was a fucking funny conversation I had with Jay Wood. He said it was about selling weed, but it was the same type of shit. Like, yo, don't act like I'm just doing you such a disservice by asking you for whatever the hell I'm asking you for. Like, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
That's
Like,
your
if you have a
job.
business, bro,
Yeah.
this is what you do. It's not like I'm just asking you to give me something. Like, I'm giving you something in return.
Yeah, I'm not asking for no friendship price. No,
Yeah.
I would never ask for a discounted price. Strictly business.
Yeah, that's crazy. The people that are like, oh, man, you all the way across town. Like, you complaining for me giving you money?
Yeah.
No.
You supposed to budget that shit in your prices, motherfucker.
Right.
If you gotta drive across town, it should be added in your price. It's not my fault you're a bad businessman.
Hell yeah.
Motherfucker, get over here and get your money.
Right.
Right.
Or
That's
stop
business
crying.
101.
Like, come
If you
on.
can't do it, say you can't do it. Some people too prideful.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
want to take on too many tasks. If you can't do it, man, don't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta be ready for shit. Whatever you doing.
Right.
For motherfuckers to flood, whatever the hell is
Right.
going
It
on.
takes courage to say, I can't do it. It takes
Right.
balls to be
Right.
like, yo,
I need
I got to turn down this spread because I want to put all my efforts into making these
Yeah, that's a
things,
strong person.
as good as possible.
Right.
I can't do that. I'm not about to rush. I'm not about to make my products bad quality, less of quality of the shit that I previously put out. So I can't take that shit right now. But some people don't got that shit in them.
Hell yeah.
Gotta have that shit.
What y'all view? Y'all think people take like, I don't want to say advantage because advantage is tough depending on what kind of person you are, but people, let's say take advantage for the sake of it. I can't think of nothing else, but say if people got a business, like take advantage of that person having a business. Like you said, I'm not about to go to my people's like, yo, let me get half off or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
Let me get the homie discount.
I can answer this 100%.
Probably
Yes, it's an easy question. I would never, like Mir said, I would never go to anybody and say, oh, yo, bro, we've been boys for mad long. Can I get, $20 off? Alright, yo, we back. Camera died. I had to use the bathroom. Got a little snack.
Took a shit. Oh, fuck.
I don't know about all that.
We playing.
Ew.
Gave some money. Gave some money out.
Yeah,
Right, borrowed some money.
No, kissing
Right.
babies and shit.
Right before we went out.
Cut the
What
grass.
was we talking about?
Virtually, COVID and shit. With your baby on the screen.
Shit.
Yeah.
Touching the people.
We were just flowing on me. I know you said you wanted to get in pet peeves.
Oh yeah, because we was talking about like things that bother us about people asking us for stuff. But what about just in your everyday life, like it's pet peeves in general? Because I know one of my biggest pet peeves is being ignored.
Yeah.
Just in any facet, just the littlest shit. Just because it takes no time just to say, you know, I'm busy right now or something like that. You know what I mean? Just to respond, it takes literally no time.
Right.
I hate being ignored. Like
any kind of assurance, like take shit to say.
Yeah, just even a head nod or something.
It's so many different
ways to acknowledge that you hear what somebody hearing.
You just about to sit here and fucking ignore me.
Ignoring is my I'll let a lot of shit slide. I'm kind of like I don't stress about shit too much. But the ignoring shit, like especially in person, I will become a whole different person if you start ignoring.
Like in a conversation.
Yeah, it builds because most of the time when you get ignored is because you're already in an argument. Okay, so now you ignoring me. So now I'm angry for real. Like I wasn't even angry for real.
Right.
Now I'm angry for real because you ignore me. And then if you ignore me when I'm angry about being ignored, now I'm being ignored again. It's like compounding. Eventually, I got to look at myself and be, the fuck is going on?
Right. They think shit's sweet over here. Right. You having to get out of character, like, yo, fuck up. It's good with you.
Yeah, I don't know why. Being ignored it's probably, some psychological shit behind that.
I hate being ignored too. My reason is just like I don't care unless it's some shit that's vital. You know what I mean? Like if we having a conversation or I'm telling you how I feel, and if you look at it as an argument, most of the time that's not what it is from my perspective. It's like I'm literally just trying to, you trying to find an answer, even when you got some shit to do.
That's what it be.
If you're trying to do some shit, even in the most simplest, like if you about to go somewhere with somebody, and like, yo, you home? And they don't answer. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, when you have an agenda, it's like, yo, dog, stop bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get some shit done. Cause I like order. I like shit I like just know shit, so I can just move on to whatever I gotta do. Once that structure is lost and shit get loose, that's when shit get chaotic. And it's like, what the fuck? Cause why the fuck did you ignore me for this reason when you should obviously see it's something to be done here? It's some real shit going.
Yeah, that's another great example. Like, I like to understand how people think and how people operate.
Yeah.
So I ask like people in my life a lot, why? Why did you do that? Why did you think like that? Why?
Right.
And a lot of people are like, I just did. Or they don't answer because they don't have an answer.
You potting, bro.
That drives me crazy.
Me
because
too.
You do know there is a reason why. You know what I mean? You could at least try and figure it out, or at least, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't ignore me about it. And don't say I know just because.
Yeah. Like,
all right.
Because I feel like that just because.
I'm about to whip this nigga ass.
You can't do the pet peeve right after we said it.
I can't do the pet peeve right after.
Yo, you ain't about to just look us in our face though. You just say nah. Nah, give your perspective.
Nah,
it's a situation though too.
Because I really feel I really feel like people when they say like I did it just because like I don't know I just did it. I really feel like that's how they really be feeling like. Because in a moment when you doing something like depending on the situation, you really have you have clouded judgment on it. So it's like you got a reason, but it's like you don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't even know why I just did it. I just did.
It's no thought behind it.
Yeah, it's just no thought. It's just like damn, I don't even. I did this shit.
But that's why we conversate so that we can self-reflect and figure out why.
But everybody not as deep as you. Some people don't.
That's just how they just
like to talk about that.
Right,
shit,
they just straight to the
point. But then you could say that. I'm talking about strictly being ignored in the situation.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't
I'm just talking about being ignored.
Yeah.
Because I know you said somebody was like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna keep pushing it. If
Yeah.
you say I don't know, I'm gonna keep pushing it, but I'm not gonna be upset. If you say
You don't say anything.
if you don't say anything, or I really don't like that just because, I'd rather I don't know. Because it just because is like you didn't even try to put no effort into thinking of a response to me.
Right.
See how picky he is. How picky he is in conversation.
That's how.
Well,
it
these
is.
are conversations
it
with
is.
people that close to me and people that I have these conversations with a lot. So by now, it's like
Yeah, you should know.
you know what I mean. It's not like the first time I talked to somebody and I said why, and they was like just because. I was like my number.
I had to check. I don't know how you be snapping. You be at work going crazy.
None of these people I had this conversation at work.
Right.
I had to make sure, bro.
Just not a conversation.
Yeah. Oh, you just touched something good that I feel like was a good point. Fucking, I hate repeating myself because you did ask for some pet peeves. I hate repeating myself. Like in that kind of situation, I feel like we obviously at an age from our age on, you have a good understanding in pretty much anything. So it's like I should not have to repeat myself over and over, especially if I tell you it's a problem behind it. Like you should at least take the consideration to
respect.
Yeah, to not, that I look at it as respect. Some people look at it as some people look at it as consideration. I look at it as important as respect. Like you don't even. I feel like now you just don't think on.
Right.
Yeah, you disrespecting me.
Yeah, like now it's an issue
because you're not even taking your time to try and fix it.
Right, especially when you that person to always take them into consideration. Just because it should be off of experience a lot of time. Like I know for myself, I hate having to repeat myself. So when somebody else do something, take it as a mental note. And I try in every way possible not to do that because I know they don't like it. Now, granted, shit happens. That's different.
Right, slip up every now and
Yeah,
then.
like I can deal with that. But for somebody to just blatantly do some shit just that I asked them not to do or that I explained that it was a problem with for X, Y, and Z, then I feel like that's the issue. It's disrespectful. Now it's a problem.
That's a great one. I feel
That's
very similar. I would, because I had that situation many times in my life to where it's like I said to somebody I don't like it, and they were like, okay, and it was all cool, and then next week, right back to doing
the same shit. Yeah, I had that. I think we all probably had some shit like that happen.
Yeah.
I still got
I
some
don't think
shit
that's
like even it could be the smallest thing ever. Like you know what I mean? Like
I don't know, the small shit really don't get to me.
It's when for me it's when small shit adds up. Now it's not even what happened, it's just the principle.
I'm thinking of bigger situation.
Yeah, no, it's not even what happened specifically. It's just the fact that I keep having the same. Like, come on, dog. That's really when I get mad too. It's like this shit not even that serious, but you not understanding what I'm getting at for real. It's not that it was this minor situation. It was that I said the shit before, and we keep having to have this conversation.
Yeah, I think
it's like whatever the fuck you did wasn't that important, and now I'm really mad because you still not understanding that.
Right. I think even if I had to bring it to your attention, then it bothered me enough to be important.
Yeah.
No matter how little you think it is, if I brought it to your attention and told you I didn't like it, because there's a lot of things I don't like that I just let slide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because as human beings, we got our own little ways we do things and we operate and when we're around other human beings, we gotta let the little things they do that we do differently. We gotta understand that and conform to that. But if it's that big to where I had to tell you, hey, look, I don't like it. I don't like that. I like it like this. Or can we try and do it differently or whatever. Then it was obviously big enough for me to, because that's not an easy conversation to have to tell somebody that something they do regularly is a problem. You know what I mean? So if I told you that, then it's obviously big enough for me to tell you that.
What y'all thinking? We getting real about it now. What's y'all opinions on that?
I said I agree with you to an extent. Like I said, the little shit really don't bother me, even if it's important. It's different levels of importance to me. You categorize shit differently. So the small shit really don't get to me. But when I'm repeatedly saying something that I'm passionate about, and you're not seeing it or don't see the warning signs or anything, disregarding what I'm saying, I get mad about that. So on that note, I agree with you wholeheartedly. What about you?
Because it's like a sign of disrespect. It's like I repeatedly keep telling you this. I keep telling you like I don't like this. I
Don't
don't like
cheat.
this.
Don't
I
cheat.
don't like
Don't
this.
cheat.
I don't like this.
Don't
And you
cheat.
keep on. It's just like damn.
Can't cheat.
It's like damn, that shit crazy. You know.
That should be happening now.
How, for real.
Like, yo, please stop cheating on me. Like, for you to be here with me, I feel like you respect yourself. And now niggas, I'm gonna just do whatever the hell I want. Now it's a you problem. Why the fuck are you asking me to stop cheating? Like, that's not something
That's
you
crazy.
asking somebody.
How many times is repeatedly?
I feel like that's a good.
That's a really good question.
It ain't a number.
It depends. I
me.
think it's more of like a degree. It's like what it is. Like a little smaller thing is like I really feel like I should once, twice. If you don't get it the second time, it's like all right, yo, fuck type thing. Because we grown like like you said, like we grown as hell. It's like you an adult, you should be able to comprehend. You should be able to like it's really common
stupid.
sense. Yeah, it'll be common sense. Like,
Everything like common sense. I use sense crazy.
Nah, that's him.
But I'm saying, but like if I tell you it twice, what?
Prime smart as fuck.
Like,
Like,
yo,
you don't get it.
So after the second time you tell him,
Damn.
do you talk to him or you just like now you disrespect
Good luck knowing.
Nah, it's not like disrespect. Nah, that's kids. That's kids. Come on,
Nah, I know.
Come on, nah. That's
Going
like different
crazy
thought.
like a 1, 2 times.
Yeah, though, like
That's
but
kids.
even-
we talking about
I
that's
just in my
adult.
opinion.
whatever the extent is. If yours is 2 times,
Like,
well, how do you
three.
approach it after 2 times?
It's like you gotta have that talk with them. Like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
No, you just like.
So you go into the
disrespect
talk
me.
after 2 times.
Yeah,
It ain't
well, so it's not,
repercussions.
no repercussions because, like you said, you clearly, if you like allowing it, like you allow it to happen 1, 2 times, that means you clearly have some type of connection to this person. You want like something like
Yeah, you let it rock.
right, you let it rock. So you sit down, you talk to him, find out like how you doing this and shit like that, how I'm making it feel. Take it how you take it. I take it how I take it. It's cool. Blah, blah, blah. Not if not, then shit. You are separate ways. Shit.
Right.
That's how it is. Now you got.
I fuck with it.
Hey, Mir, I got a little tangent.
But I'm going about the question you asked about how
Yeah,
many times.
yeah, how many
I'm going
times?
off of pet peeves.
How many times?
How many times?
Even with the biggest
So
peeve,
much
it's
shit
just not the little.
varies with me. I don't know.
That's how
I'm a very
it's a
situational
very-
person. I think everybody should be. And I don't know. It depends on the person. It depends on the situation. It sounds like a cop out, but it's true. But
Yeah.
I could see talking, after the second time or third time, depending on the degree of the situation that happened. I mean, it also depends on my mood that day. Unfortunately, if I'm not in a good mood,
We all human.
that shit gon'
You gonna hear it,
it's gonna be even worse than the first time. I mean,
right?
but yeah, it varies for me. And like I said, I would do the talk.
Talking to
Just
him.
just talking. I'm not cutting it off after the second, third time unless like you said, it's something crazy. For me, it'd probably be crazy, so I would have to cut him off. For real, because like I said, I don't get mad at small shit.
Right.
Yeah. So
Repeatedly saying small shit.
it'd be
So
drastic.
it'd be drastic if I have to say a big issue
Right.
3, 4 times, and it's got to be over.
And I know that got to be a tough thing too, with other people, because people don't, like you said, understand that since they might not know you, so they might think it's something small, and then they think like, oh, it's no big deal, like he just tripping, some shit. I only talked to him 3 or 4 times. They don't know that, like, you should know the person. You know what I mean? They should know that you don't bring up no little issue. That everything is the bigger picture. So I feel like you should, as the other person
You gotta explain it yourself though too.
Yeah.
Though we like to think
come
that
to
we
a
could.
realization.
Yeah, we
Right.
like to think that we could read people and we could do
No.
We can't do none of that shit. To be honest,
Right.
I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. Even if we've been together for years or
Exactly.
family,
I'm not a mind
Mom Dukes. I can't
Exactly.
read Mom Dukes' mind. Now, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I'm gonna know some of her pet peeves and things of that
The
sense.
general basis.
Yeah,
of
the
it.
general basis. But at different times, people react differently throughout their life. They change.
Exactly.
Shit like that. It's no way for you to think somebody can know they doing you wrong and they don't acknowledge it. If you don't acknowledge it, there's no way they can know.
Right.
And that's where the talking comes in.
That's
when
when
you
it's-
talk
yeah.
come in. That's you acknowledging it. That's them acknowledging it.
But
And
I think if you tell the person that you shouldn't do that. I think you should give them an explanation why you said that. You can't just be like,
oh yeah, of course,
don't do this and don't give them a reason why.
Oh no,
don't tell them how strongly you feel on that topic. I mean, I think you really got to sit down and actually talk.
Right.
Because more at that point, you commanding it at that point.
Like, yeah, you command. Don't do that.
Type.
And that could be like in certain situations that could be seen as like, oh, you just playing around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like if you something as simple as like say you don't like people chewing with their mouth open. You know what I mean? And you just eating with next to somebody
Pop their head.
And you
First
say,
time.
and you say, yo, can you chew with your mouth closed? You know what I mean? But you don't tell them
that's
how.
a crazy remark, too.
Nah, I'm laughing because I feel it.
I feel it, too.
My whole mate used to chew his mouth open.
Like, yo, bro, can you stop smacking?
Dog.
Yeah, I
imagine being in a room with somebody, dog, like really smacking them. And then you give them the look, like,
yo, smacking is just crazy.
So then you tell them, but you don't tell them like how bad it bothered you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So then they might stop for that moment or that couple of days, but it's a habit built into them. Yeah. So if you don't explain how deep of an issue it is for you, they're not going to register that within themselves to try and break a habit. You know what I mean? It's hard to break habits.
I've been chewing like this my whole life.
I'm about to say, you got to be considerate as well because it's a habit. So you got to take that into consideration. Like, all right, each other, like,
you just got to understand.
Right, you got to understand.
It tastes better when you smack.
That's why you got to talk to people too, because the thing you don't like might be something that they cannot change.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Or it might take a lot of time to change.
And effort. Used to it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, especially when you like living with people or around people, like a lot. You know what I mean?
I feel like you should put a goalpost when around people more than
you got to compromise.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
definitely.
Oh yeah, and you got to give up some shit too.
Oh yeah,
you can't just expect everybody to. Oh, I don't like that. Don't do that. But then when they come to you, you be like, nah, fuck that. I'm chilling.
Or defensive and shit.
Hey, like this who I am. You just came to me with 50 issues, but my answer to like how, like what's the time, how many times all this stuff happened? It ain't how many times, it's just the frequency for me.
How often?
Yeah, like if I say something to you and it's a few months down the line, even I wouldn't have a problem with that, depending on how big it is. Now, if it's something that's big, then the frequency goes out the window. If it's something that I feel like I shouldn't have to repeat myself over and you do it again, then that's the issue. Then I'll come to you and we could solve that however it goes. If you agree, then fucking keep it pushing. But if not, get up out of here, like Mir said. But for me, for little shit, it's just the frequency. Yeah. Like something as simple as somebody smacking their food. Like if I just told you earlier, an hour ago, the last time you ate or some shit.
Right.
And you come back around me smacking again. It's like, come on now. Right. Like get a grip. I ain't necessarily gonna be irate or nothing like that. It's like, come on.
I'll get a grip.
And then, like,
yo, what's good with this nigga?
But then,
that's how I word shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that should be getting me in trouble. Cause I talk, y'all know I talk how I talk, so people just seem shit to be like, oh, it's just such a big issue. It's like, no, just get it together. I ain't being like, you.
This nigga said get a grip. Wow.
Yeah, like, wow. It's usually like, yo, you a piece of shit. Like, fucking life.
Yeah. What you doing with your life? Chewing and shit.
Yeah.
Chewing loud as fuck.
Eating, surviving and shit.
They don't be that deep to me, bro. I be having like explain that shit to people after shit happens, of course. It's like, I ain't that mad, but it's like, come on now. At least look out. I asked you this time. Do it. Don't come around me on some bullshit again, smacking.
That is something that bothers me, though, chewing with your mouth.
No, for real.
Yeah. Like, not to the point to where I'm, like, really bothered by it, but, like, if we just eating, like, if it's, like, 2 or 3 people eating, you know what I mean? And I could really, like, if we all at a dinner or something, and it's a lot of background noise, and I don't hear it, and I don't give a fuck, but, it'd be, like, closed situations when you with some people, and they just be...
I'll try smacking. I ain't gonna hold that.
Nah,
smack is already mom. I'll try to be smacking. I ain't gonna hold you.
Not that bad. You don't chew your whole meal with your mouth.
Nah, I don't chew.
Some people be.
No, yeah.
I hate some of them joints.
Yeah, like every now and then. You know what that's like? People that pop their gum. Like if you pop it every now and then, it's like okay, but like every chew, yeah, like come the fuck on now, ma'am, because they be going crazy with that shit.
What's your pet peeve though, Prime?
Shit ain't that good, bro.
Like I hate when somebody like they tell me what to do. Like I don't mind it, but it's like
yeah.
don't do it over and over and over again. Like you say it one time, I got it. Like all right, cool, do it. Don't like.
So do you just be taking your time? Why do people got to ask you to do
No,
some
it's
shit?
not like not like time, bro. Not like that. I'm talking about like as in like doing like a job, like just doing a job. Like
So you just
that's
don't
what
like
job.
authority.
Job. I'm not saying like authority. Just
You don't
I
like
do.
sign.
Just I tell me one time, I got it. Don't keep telling me this shit.
Probably one of them kids on Beyond Scared Straight. As soon as you open your mouth, it's a problem. Like, yo, bro, I'm just asking
Right.
you to get in line, bro. Everybody else is
They be
fine.
asking you some simple shit.
Nah, it's not even that. It's like
Probably said, don't tell me the shit.
Yeah, I'm fucking proud.
more than once. Don't tell me to do shit more than once. Like I got it. If we say it one time, all right, cool. Bang. If I need your help, I ask a question.
But yeah, Prime, you know if your shit
Yeah.
on other, if I ask you to do shit, like you taking 3 hours. It's like, yo, if I ask you to cut the grass,
I'm gonna do it right there.
10 in the
I'm gonna cut the grass
morning.
right there immediately. Cut the grass. Maybe
So it's
I'm
situation.
gonna do it. Yeah, situation.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it. Like I cut the grass.
Just have to
10 a.m.,
explain
but
that for them.
I
Let them
do.
know you, obviously.
I do it 10 a.m. Cut the grass. But if it's like some small petty shit, like
Some shit that could wait.
yeah,
Like I said earlier, it's just the urgency of it. Like, don't
it,
act like it's
don't
such
act
a
like
big
this is
deal.
like life threatening type shit. Like
Yeah, I definitely could see that. I agree with that to an extent.
Yeah, I don't agree with authority, so I agree 100%.
Yeah. I hate authority. Not hate authority, but I don't like authority.
Don't tell me what to do. Once, like,
I don't know. I got that. I got kind of.
I've been
I don't know. I
trying.
like my shit done. Then there. You know what I mean? Sometimes
You the authorizer.
yeah. I want my shit done.
Yo,
then
you tell me
I'm not.
I got it. Don't say shit
Like, bro,
else.
if you don't do that shit, bro,
You
like
big sure, huh?
I'm gonna do the shit myself.
Yeah,
But,
I thought I didn't know where he was going.
no, I'm gonna do the shit
I'm gonna
myself.
beat the fuck out of you.
Sometimes I just be asking for shit just to be, Sometimes people don't be doing shit or.
Nah, see,
I like get
crazy.
like even at work, like anything. If we doing the task, bro, or if it's our job and you not doing something, you about to do something. You know what I mean, well, if I've been working all day, and I see you ain't doing something, nah, you doing that. I'm not doing it. 'Cause I'm not gonna do it. If I say I'm not doing something, it's not getting done until you do it. I don't know. When I put my foot down, it's over. I'm not doing shit.
Yeah, okay, but my thing is, like you said, we hate authority.
Right.
If you have no authority over me, who the fuck are you?
Exactly. Right.
Authority is not always in the title.
But that's how I look at it, though. It's like,
you look at the title.
Yeah, depending on certain shit.
No
now, if you ask me if we doing some shit, man, say if we got 50 boxes to unload or whatever, I'm gonna do 25 just off you.
Cause you're a real nigga.
Yeah.
But some niggas not gonna do that.
But no, it's certain shit, dog. It's like, yo, come on, bro. You just.
Nah, it's definitely a lot of situations where it's like, okay, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, like we do the same shit.
Because it's a difference between asking and telling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
it's a difference from being, but you got to do your job. You're not about to be.
I'm not talking about at work. At work, you're doing your job. We getting paid.
Yeah,
you get paid the same much as me, and we got to complete this task. Nah, you doing this shit.
But it depends on the situation too. Because I've been in situations where I'm at work. I did my job, and then somebody want to come tell me to do their job too.
That's how I am.
That's
That's why I said it depends on the situation. Your situation,
my shit, we working as a team.
So, in a team situation,
that's what I'm saying. You got to do your half of the job. I'm not doing your shit.
In a team situation, yeah.
I do your shit. You out of here.
I just, he going crazy. I just struggle. I just struggle with it. I just always have.
Done. I say on that. It's over. I say it's either me or him.
Yo,
that nigga gone.
When niggas was at work, that's something I learned, though, like a key trick. Like, yo, I'm not doing like more than I have to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if I'm not about to be sweating my ass off, and for everybody else around me and shit, lean.
I do that to an extent. I mean,
like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm not gonna overwork myself because then that's me pissed off. Like, yo, I'm doing everything.
Yeah, once you overwork, you know what I mean? Like, I could handle, maybe more than you supposed to do. I could do that to an extent, but I'm keep doing that and you just there, bro. Nah, we don't talk.
Yeah, like after a while, it's like, oh, we don't do shit around here.
It's like, all right, cool.
It's all right. Like, then that's what.
Yeah, looking good at this job.
And it's and what I learned because of just the nature of my business, you got to learn when to do what you get paid to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I work hard, so I try to do everything I'm asked of. But sometimes you got to look at the person asking you to do something and just be like, that's not what y'all paid to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because just in the nature of my business or whatever, if I'm getting paid like a ground guy, say, and then they ask me to go get up on a 40-foot roof and work, but they gonna pay me like I'm a ground guy, it's not gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't care how hard of a worker I am. All these other people on this roof getting paid like the roofer. I'm getting paid like the ground guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or if I'm getting paid like a laborer and you asking me to do skill work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you that I know how to do it. But after the first couple of times, if you're not trying to give me that skill work pay, you're not trying to give me that raise.
Yeah.
Now you're just taking advantage of me because you know how you know I know how to do the work, but you're not trying to pay me what people who do the work get paid.
Quote number 2 of the day: know your worth.
Or real
Yes,
shit.
sir.
That's a fact.
Yo,
Bottom
that's
line.
so cliche, but that's so real because it's so vague to so many other topics. It's like something as simple as that. Like, yo, bro, these niggas is not going out their way for you to go out your way. You know what I mean? You gotta find that balance. It's like, okay, now if they say I'm gonna give you some incentives or give you some extra for what you do, then yeah, ball out. Or even if, because I'll do some shit if it's like the first time or the second time.
Yeah,
No problem, bro.
because that's how you get moved up.
Yeah.
Like they ask you to do something, so you show them if they ask me 3 times to do something, and I show them that I could do it and I could do it effectively. Now this 4th and 5th time, I'm kind of looking like, okay. I mean, now this 6th time, it's like, okay, now I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You get me to do this work
Take advantage.
because to have somebody else do it is going to cost more money than what you pay.
Right.
Now you think I'm a fool or some shit.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't do, taking advantage of.
Yeah.
So that's bottom line. I'm just doing what I get paid to do. That's
Real
it.
shit.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna bust my ass doing what I get paid to do. You know what I
My
mean?
job.
But I showed you I can do this. So if
Yeah.
you want to pay me to do it, I'll do it all day.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I'm not gonna make you money. You know what I mean? All I'm doing is making you money at that point. You know what I mean? I'm fucking myself and making you.
Right.
Wow. You know what I mean? I'm taking money out of my pocket and putting it straight into you.
Right. And you ain't
What
doing
sense
shit.
does that make for me?
Wow.
And sometimes on the other side of it, it's like you gotta know that sometimes your first time you doing something, you're not gonna get the benefit. You know, like you might have to work for it, you might have to do something extra, knowing that you're not gonna get like an extra position, but it's just that knowing if the opportunity was to present itself, that you gonna be the first person in mind, just because that you go out your way at work, or you know you go out your way in general, to any kind of situation. It's just that when an opportunity presents itself, they gonna think of you first before anybody else because you stand out to everybody.
Yeah.
Now, granted, don't let motherfuckers take advantage of you. How you doing the shit more times, then you just a fool, a lick, as they say. Yeah, you just, and after a certain point, you stupid because it's like you can't see that they don't treat you how you're supposed to be treated, so you gotta know your worth.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's something my grandfather told when I first started working, and he tells me all the time is you don't have no obligation to nobody. You know what I mean? Like working at a job, no matter what, you might feel like, you had this job, you've been working for this person.
Right.
You know what I mean? You might feel obligated to stay with that person. We all got a little sense of loyalty in us. But if a better opportunity comes along, you know what I mean? You don't have no obligation to nobody but yourself to take that better opportunity. Every single time. Every single time. You know what I mean? Just because this person gave you your first job or whatever, if they not willing to give you what you worth and someone else is, you obligated to yourself, not to them.
I definitely agree, man. Another key thing is, man, sometimes I think as people we need to humble ourselves, you know what I mean? I think being humble is a huge thing.
Hell yeah.
No matter how good you are at
That's
something.
half the battle with anybody.
Humble, you gotta be that. People don't nobody want to be associated with somebody who's, selfish or narcissistic or anything of that sort. So I think you should just be humble. Just on a side note about motivation, shit.
100%, definitely got to be humble. And I'm not talking about, because this just crossed my mind, I'm not talking about the people that go to work and do their regular job and then say, oh, I don't get paid enough for this shit. I hate this job. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, because every employer looks at you and asks you to do something that's not in your job description, that's above your pay grade. You do it because you work hard and you in that mindset to where if I do this, I'm showing him that I'm ready to go to the next level.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about them specific situations where you can't let people take advantage of you because they will start to take advantage.
Yo, one thing I thought of, how y'all feel about this? this COVID-19 shit. Like as far as the essential workers getting paid most of the time, essential worker money that they got paid before. You know, it wasn't no raise, or if they get a raise, it was something smaller opposed to people that are unemployed that's getting or that got the 600 and unemployment check.
So
How y'all feel on that?
I feel two different ways about it. So I understand where some people are coming from when they're working and they're busting their ass and then they see people on unemployment getting a lot of money, but you also don't know what position that people are in or what their monthly expenses are,
Right.
how much money they were making before. You don't know if that unemployment is even what they were making before, if it was more than they were making before. You have no idea. So I think most people should just mind their own fucking business. Second, I also feel that people got a misunderstanding. Some people lucked out a lot, and that extra 600 put them over what they was making.
Right.
But there's also a lot of people who that extra 600 just makes them even to what they were making, which is what it was intended to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just people just think the extra 600 has all this types of money, and you know what I mean? And in some cases it is. In a lot of cases it is a lot of money, but in a lot of cases a lot of people have to live. You know what I mean? They have a lot of expenses.
Oh yeah. Living
And
it costs. Yeah.
why are you mad at people? If anything, you should be mad at who put this into place, not mad at the people on unemployment.
Right.
Why would you be mad at somebody for just taking advantage of an opportunity put in front of their face?
Channel your anger to someone else.
Yeah, it doesn't make no sense to be mad at them.
Feel
In
any
my
different,
opinion.
bro?
I feel like they should get raises and stuff like that. Like, granted, yeah, they shouldn't be worried about people.
Yeah.
But like you said, people they go through their life stuff. You don't know what people are going through. That 600 can make them even, or you never know. But I do definitely feel like essential workers, they are going out there. They are putting themselves
On the
first
line.
line at risk to the coronavirus, especially like doctors, nurses,
Right.
and like people like that have jobs like that got to go into people's homes and put themselves at risk to be able to do what they do their service to be able to do what they got to do to get paid. So I definitely feel like they should definitely get like some type of raise, some type of bonus for the time being because they are putting themselves at risk.
But you got to think a lot of these companies are not in the position to give raises.
Yeah.
This is hurting the entire economy, not just us.
Definitely.
Like a lot of these companies are making.
So is the 600 too.
Right,
The
yeah. So,
600
but
is
like, if you can't control that, that's not your fault.
Yeah, 100%. But
I'm
I'm just saying that I think there's some companies that are just being greedy and don't want to give their people raises just
Right.
because they're being greedy. But I think especially smaller businesses and smaller companies just really cannot. A lot of people are being let go, even fired. The people they are keeping, how can they afford to give them raises? I think a lot of people haven't even thought about that. Like the economy is shot, and a lot of that is just because of
I feel like people
the money
don't think
they've been
about that
giving
because
us,
it's like they feel like
all of that.
I feel like a lot of people don't think about that because as we regular human nature, they're thinking like, it's not my fault that a world pandemic happened. It's not my
the
fault
business fault either.
Right. It's not. I mean, but it's like as people we expect more. Like people expect more from like their government officials. They expect more from these big businesses and stuff like that because it's like you're supposed to take care of me as the employee. I'm coming to work and putting my life at risk, putting myself first row to this danger of contracting. I'm dealing with hundreds of people per day. I'm touching these people items like every day, and I got to go back home to my family and risk putting them at risk to the same virus. So that's why
I could see if the government stepped in and gave them extra,
that's what I'm saying, like
weekly
extra,
thing like the 600. I could see that,
like
but to ask a business to give people raises if they really can't afford it, I think just people aren't thinking about. Because people aren't thinking logically, because they're upset, like you said, they are putting themselves on the front line. I think they deserve something. I think nobody got the raises they should have, but I think it's such a hard situation.
Exactly.
It's so many things that go into it, and whole situation's fucked.
What you muscle man?
I was one of the plus ones. All four of us was. We got the 600, the extra 600 on top of the shit. I think the 600 was more than probably deserved, to be honest. I read something 2/3 of the people are making more money than they did. So that's absurd in my opinion. So I think the amount could have definitely went down, and if the amount would have went down, it would have had it longer. I know it's in conversations about
Right.
we
They want
might
to drop
get
it
some
down.
more
They want to drop
dropping
it
to
down from
400 and
Yeah,
shit
I
like
heard that
that,
too.
but that probably won't work. New York State is already in debt. A lot of people already is not getting the unemployment they deserve,
Yeah, I haven't even got
unfortunately.
mine.
Yeah,
It's
so
crazy.
that's a big thing. But yeah, I think the essential workers got the short end of the stick
100%.
a lot. I think we deserve some money. Yeah, 600, maybe 400. I would have
Right.
been good off of four plus
400.
that. Maybe we could have allocated the extra $200 to the essential workers. I know some
Mm-hmm.
people got like a $2 raise, but to put your families and your loved ones
In
in
jeopardy.
jeopardy
Yeah.
is. I don't think that happened. It happened so quickly. It was hard.
Not like an
Where,
It was
overnight
definitely
thing.
hard.
like, the funny thing is, we was at work, because we work together. We was at work joking like, "Yo, we about to get shut down,"
Yeah, I got shut down the day
because
before.
this Corona shit was happening. That was like months. I would say like January. When it first came out, that it was on the move here, that
The
it was
first
moving
drop.
around. Yeah, the first COVID-19 drop.
Right.
Yeah, we was like, "Yo, like it's a real possibility," and everybody wishing they not to work. But,
Right.
like,
Right.
fuck this job. Real shit. But then it was like that reality hit in like a day or two. Like a day we came to work or we got that text or that message or that call. Like, yo, we shut down. And then that reality hit everybody like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's when all them questions came and
Bank
that's
in, cash in,
yeah.
cha-ching.
Like that shit crazy to think about, like across the world. Because this is a global pandemic. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, like it's not just US. And we supposedly, we had this talk all the time, all of us. We supposedly the ones with the money and shit, but y'all already know we in debt. They threw the trillion out. Like it was cake
Yeah,
line.
that's a
You
lot.
know, it was just that real shit that it hit so
Longer than we've
fast.
been.
It hit so fast. It was like everybody was just caught way off guard. Like even as the person that has to answer all the questions, even if you're the boss or whatever, it's like, yo, what do we do next? And it's like,
The
shit, I don't
president.
know either.
Right.
Like, yo, we'd never seen this before, like ever.
Yeah,
It
so it's
was
like,
no COVID crisis in the manual. Like, yo, if this happened, do this.
Yeah.
Like shit is just caught left, uh, caught out of left field or whatever.
I think another thing that would have been good is if people had the choice.
Yeah,
Like I got my like say you got kids or elderly people that live in your home, not not to come to work, to be able to go on to so you didn't have to put your family at risk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the fact that I mean
Kill
it
the
would have
business.
the problem would have been it would have been taken advantage of
hell yeah,
if that was the case. But I think that would have been a good help if the people who really were putting their families at risk, you know what I mean? Because if you had like say you live with your grandparents, you going to work every day, that really is a big risk. You know,
hell
that's
yeah.
Yeah.
huge.
that's a really big risk. So, and for you to not go to work, now you can't get paid from work
Right.
and you can't get unemployment. You know what I mean? Because you quit or whatever.
Right.
But another thing was a lot of companies got money from the government to keep their workers, to pay their workers
Keep them
during
afloat. Yeah.
coronavirus. Yeah. And then they still laid people off and took that money. You know what I mean? So,
Some shit, like you said, it's just unfortunate. Like you out
Yeah.
there, you caught the short end of the stick. Obviously, in a perfect world, it would have been. We get money, like you said, but the people who are going out there every day whose job didn't shut down get some kind of benefits that level it out. Because granted, now for us, that was way more money. People our age or
Two
even younger, way more money than
two
Yeah.
thirds
than
of
we
the
got.
2/3 of the population, so
Yeah,
all age range.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean,
but shit for that.
most people in America is actually close or near the poverty line. So,
Yeah, but for the 1/3, they don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean? Every
exactly.
day is tough. Like
Right.
for real.
Yeah, there is
Like
definitely
they
some
got
people out there.
it's
families.
1/3.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They got families. They got real shit, and they don't know what the fuck they gonna do next. So I feel like obviously you gonna set people out every day. You just gotta understand that. That's just the reality of it. Like obviously, you gonna get that raise and it's not worth it, but you got a job to do at the end of the day. Now you got that option to quit your job and you can't get unemployment anyway. You know what I mean? Like you just have to
you
accept
don't
that.
have
Like,
an
it
option.
is what it is.
Stuck.
Don't
You
have
know,
an
like, yes, it's horrible. It is what it is.
It is what
It's that's a horrible
It's not we could have
shit.
did about it.
Nothing we could have did about it. But one thing about Luke comments I want to comment on is he mentioned having it would have been ideal to give people the option to withdraw from work to collect unemployment. I think big issue with that would have been adding on to the concerns he already previously stated. But the essential workers, I'm not talking about the McDonald's and shit employees like that, but we already have a shortage in doctors and nurses and things of that sort. So if they would have had that option to withdraw, would have been even shorter. More people would have died in the hospitals. We was already undermanned. We wasn't ready for that. So I think that was a sad to say, but good option that they didn't give people that. I believe more people would have died. Our hospitals already fucked up. That's unfortunate. So
yeah, I think there was no good way to do it. I think there was maybe some better ways.
Yeah.
There was no good way to handle it.
It was so situational. We a country, so everybody got the same shit.
Deal with it.
Keeping a lot of the stuff that stayed open just shouldn't have stayed open, in my opinion. I think that would have saved it. That would have caused a lot less controversy.
Right.
Yeah, people found ways to stay open.
Yeah, I think that was the problem. I think that was the problem with the way just America is built. You know what I mean? And the greed within privatized businesses, and a lot of businesses that should have been closed stayed open. And a lot of those people are the essential workers that are really angry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think everything should have been closed except for actual essential shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And crazy enough, like you said, there was so many doctors that we were in a shortage already. They had that option. Everybody don't got that passion for being a doctor, so it wasn't like I'm gonna just save the world. Obviously, if you got a family, it's a story. But if you don't have a family, and you truly love saving people, you've seen that them hospitals is packed when all this shit was going down. So it's like if people had the option, if they didn't have that passion for it, oh fuck it. And we really would have been in shambles, you know what I mean?
Shit.
Oh yeah. Right, real shit.
I'm a doctor for the money.
Right.
it would have definitely got taken advantage of, but I don't know. Like I said, it was
It's crazy. Yeah, it's just, you could poke holes in every idea that's out or any idea, it's gonna always be a percentage of people that's not happy.
You can't believe everybody.
Right. Yeah.
The best thing we could do is act for the greater good. I mean,
which I know they said some shit about. I hate this topic, but it's real life after a while.
What you coming with?
But we about to. They said get ready to like social distance for however many years, say till 2022. Y'all feel like that's vital? Say like obviously we won't know that the virus is gone, but we'll have an idea once the numbers go down what they tell us because they control all that shit. But say y'all feel like it's necessary to social distance.
I got a hot take.
No,
it's bullshit. In my opinion, 2 years?
Yeah.
I don't think you should put a foreseeable number on it. I don't believe.
Yeah, they
put
did.
A date on it. I don't agree with that.
I think that's crazy.
It should go day by day, month by month. Should keep looking at the numbers.
Yeah, that's
so what's
something in stone. It's ridiculous.
So what's your situation to where it's reasonable and then it's like bullshit?
What do you? I think 2 years is bullshit. I think that's just somebody talking. There's
no way to tell.
That's bullshit. I think if they made us do that for 2 years,
if I got to do this for another summer, it's bullshit. Like on some real shit. I feel like because we pay y'all pay these doctors, these top researchers, these smartest people in the world all this money to like figure shit like this out. Yeah. Like this is their job. This is what we paid them to do, and they're not like doing it.
I think they're trying, boss.
They try, but it's like we pay them.
Trying.
I mean, they trying, but it's like yo, we pay you all this money.
We pay a lot of people money to
we want you to figure
cancer.
I mean, never paid out. They got the cure for cancer. They got the cure. So don't get started on that shit. And they got the cure for AIDS too. Imagine they got that shit. They got the cure for that shit.
Come with the
but yeah, bro, it's like they ain't really for that
cure.
They got cures for that shit. And
that's how you feel.
Right.
And I feel like even if this COVID shit is, I would say it go hand in hand. Say it wasn't hypothetically going till next spring or whatever, or the numbers wasn't obsolete till next spring. I feel like it's vital, to social distance. It's not bad. What I hate is this fucking mask thing, but other than that, I'm minding my business now. Of course, some places that I, like to enjoy recreationally, I want them to open up just for the fuck of it. So it's like now, this is the reality of it. I'm sure it's ways you can get around it, make some money, do some business, but I feel like it's vital. I feel like it's real important. Now, granted, do they serve like a big purpose? It depends on the people there. It depends on the place, the guidelines. Because obviously, you see in states like Florida and shit down south, they doing whatever the fuck they want. They guidelines like you can't control people whenever you do some martial law type shit and keep everybody down. That's one thing. But it's only so many. I think the social distance shit is vital for however long we need to. And I do want to get back to normal life. I hope it's way before 2 years.
I don't think people are gonna social distance
No.
for that long. I can already see. I go in the store every morning for work. It's already not social distance.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
should just wear a mask. Fuck the social distance part.
Right.
You got a mask, we straight.
That's damn near how they be, bro.
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
We just went to the casino.
If people without a mask like this in the store and shit, that's not doing shit.
Yeah, they be wild.
Bandana on their face.
Yeah, they put a casino like that.
Come on, it's like I don't know. I think
it's not going nowhere.
I think it's.
You feel that way?
I don't know.
I don't see, since we can't control the shit how we want to.
Right.
I know, it's a huge conspiracy. Like, this shit, like this.
It's out there, though. I know some people said, I don't believe in Corona.
No, it's definitely real.
My boy Designer, y'all see Designer.
I think it's real, but I think some numbers are.
They
were already caught being inflated.
But
I think more than has been caught has been inflated.
He said, if that shit real, why I ain't get it yet? Like, type of shit is that, bro? We talking about Designers specifically.
People got all types of reasons
like, bro,
to believe this shit.
Nah, I just thought that shit was funny.
I know some people who probably say some shit like that. I know some people who has that shit.
I definitely know it's real, but I think the numbers are inflated.
Yeah, they definitely are. In some countries, the numbers are underreported as well. I saw China as well. They said, we got 0 new cases.
Like, dog.
Bro, y'all wild.
Y'all way overpopulated.
Y'all just started this shit.
Said y'all had 0, which I
right. Like, y'all just good, huh?